what we're seeing down there is the first 3 or 4 pours of the concrete that'll be the final liner for the tunnel. The forms are put in from the inside. We used the steel liner plate that was installed with the tunnel operation as the outside form, and then we have steel forms that kind of are compressed, and then they can be pressed out to make the final form.
No, that sounded good. It's hard. I asked him also about how it. You can laugh at me while I'm trying to put this headphones around my head. About how you pour concrete in a horizontal cylinder, and there's several steps to it, right? And then it goes to
we have a concrete pump truck that actually puts pressure on the concrete. We have hoses that go down to the point that we need to install the concrete, and we can tell based on the pressures, and then we have doors in the forms that we can open up and visually see where the concrete is on these horizontal pours. The pressures tell us a lot where the concrete is, and then we use the doors to help us to visually inspect the concrete. So it's a pressure system that the pump truck uses to tell us how much concrete is in it and how far the concrete's been pushed into the cylinder.
See, and I heard, as far as concrete setting, I heard about 24 hours. Is that correct for each section?
Right. We're letting them set about 24 hours, and then we break the forms out, move them to the next pour, and it takes about 24 to 30 hours to break down the forms and then put them back in, and then we're trying to pour every other day to every third day, 100 feet at a time.
Interesting. And today you get to kind of show off what you guys have been doing, and I have to say it looks great down there. I'm impressed. I mean, everything looks real organized. People are moving pretty quickly. Is this kind of a validation for you for saying, hey, check this out, right?
Yeah, we wanted to kind of show it off, since when they were during the mining process, it was pretty nasty down there, pretty muddy and stuff, and so when we got some concrete in and got it to where folks could kind of walk down in there and not get too messy, we wanted to show it off and kind of show, it's been a long project, and we wanted to show kind of the fruits of our labor on what's taken so this long and where the money's going. So we were very proud to show this off today.
Cool. And then again, you're trying to take one of these lift stations out of operation and put it to a new one.
Right. That's one of the main benefits for this project. We get to eliminate a lift station that takes in nearly 50% of the flow of Lafayette. It's a 1950s version lift station. It's pretty much at capacity. It's a intensive maintenance lift station. We're down here quite a bit. So once the tunnel is complete, we can put flow into it. This lift station will be eliminated altogether. The flow will go by gravity to the new Pearl River lift station, and from there it'll be treated at the wastewater treatment plant.
And I'm sorry if you had to repeat that. I mean, you've probably told us that
about
4 or 5 times already today.
One of the things about the projects that we do is most of them are underground, and it's real easy to see a building or something go up, but to see the sewer work go in, it's underground, you can't see it, and there's money that goes into it. So it is very nice to be able to show this off the way we are today.
Mike Spittler, Mike Spittler.
Okay, and what's your position here?
Assistant project engineer.
So you're kind of involved in a lot of the math and all the kind of crazy stuff that's going on there.
Sure. Some of the math, some of the field work too.
Okay. We're at a part of the tunnel that you were just explaining what's going on there.
Sure. Right down here, you can see our form carrier. Basically, the forms will outline the concrete for the concrete pour. After the forms are set, it's bulkheaded on one side, and the other side typically will pour 80 to 100 feet. Once the pour is done, the next day the form is then stripped and move 80 feet with our form carrier to outline for our next pour.
Cool. So basically, you guys are just kind of setting the framework for that concrete to go in.
Yeah, basically that's what's going on. That's the main thing going on the job site now is basically we'll set the forms, concrete will be poured, next day strip the forms, set them to their new location, concrete will be poured the day after that. So we're typically pouring every other day.
Wow. How much pressure is on? I mean, like from which directions is the pressure coming from to these forms have to hold up?
Yeah, basically the pressure is coming from all sides because it's a tunnel. However, the concrete's coming from the top, and you can see there's little openings where the concrete tubes come in so that they can pour.
Okay, you don't mind repeating that? Sorry.
No, that's all right. Basically, there's these things go from the concrete truck, and you can see the pipe comes in, attaches here at the top, and the concrete kind of goes and outlines the form. Then basically your end result is this tunnel you see right here, and the concrete there about 12 inches thick in most places.
Have you enjoyed this job? I mean, is this a fun job to do?
Yeah, this has been a fun job to be on. This is actually my first job out of school, and I've enjoyed working it so far. And with Triad, it's been a good experience.
Good for you. To explain again, just the temperature difference down here again. It's a little warmer than.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot warmer down here. When the concrete cures, there's nowhere for the heat to go. So basically down here it can be 40 degrees up at the top, ground level down here, it can be 60 degrees, and the guys down here could be, sweating when they're working just because the heat's trapped, the concrete's curing, getting, harder and harder. There's nowhere for the heat to go. So it's actually nicer to be down here than working out on top.
Cool, especially in the winter months.
What's that?
Especially in the winter months.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there anything else I didn't ask you if was important?
I think that pretty much covers it, everything we're doing right now. The tunnel here is about almost, I think it's about 10 feet right here. So that's the diameter of the tunnel is about 9.6 to 10 feet.